And I see there's an Adam Shaughnessy checking in.
Yep, that is I.
Got it, thank you. So I'm just gonna mark the files as we get everybody coming into the room. Thank you so much, stand by. And, okay, Mr. Shaughnessy, we've got you checked in, stand by.
Oh,
Hi, ma'am, on the Galaxy Tab A, I think you're connecting to our audio. Just identify yourself when you get your audio up and running. Hi, ma'am, on the Galaxy Tab A, your name, please? Hi, ma'am, on the Galaxy Tab A, your name, please? Okay, you have to unmute, we can't hear you. You have to unmute, cannot hear you. Oops, just lost video. Okay, can't hear you. Hi, ma'am, on the Galaxy Tab A, if you can hear us, you need to unmute on your side.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, are you dialing in on the number ending 1382, ma'am?
Yes, 1382, yes.
Okay, thank you. And your name, please?
Pamela McKinley.
Okay, stand by. Okay, stand by. We're gonna get you checked in, Ms. McKinley.
did you lock the door?
So we have our two attendants in the room. Thank you. And there's someone else doing this. Hi, we have Weisenberg checking in. Okay, hi, Mr. Weisenberg. Which case are you checking in for, if you can hear us?
Hi, good morning. Yes, I can hear you.
Hi. And which case are you checking in on, sir?
Case number 212-40129. Sweet Properties as the plaintiff.
Okay, got it. Okay. And looks like we have service and we do have a match. Thank you both for joining us.
Sure.
And we are live on YouTube. Procedurally, here's what we're going to do. Court's going to go over the information in the claim filed by Sweet Properties. as relates to defendant Adam Shaughnessy doing business as Detroit Neighborhood Solutions. And Sweet Properties is suing for $5,733, indicating on May 7 of 2020, plaintiff paid the defendant $5,733 as a down payment to begin renovation on a property in Shaftsbury in Detroit. Defendant has not completed any of the work, and the plaintiff had to hire another vendor to do so. Okay. Prior to today's date, have the parties had opportunity to speak or come to a resolution, or we're going to hear Mr. Weisenberg on behalf of Sweet Properties.
Sorry, Judge, I lost the last couple sentences because I think someone was scanning or shredding something.
Oh, sorry, all right. So I'll try to speak a bit louder. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, our audio may be affected because the position of the microphone is near a printer. So if there's any difficulty, just kind of raise your hand or let us know in case we need to reiterate any points. But thank you for letting us know.
No problem.
Okay, the court was asking whether or not the parties have had any discussion regarding the basis for the claim, or are we going to proceed to hearing, in which case we'll walk everyone through our proceedings for the day. Mr. Weisenberg?
We have not had any discussions offline with Adam, the defendant. We're certainly open to it, but there has not been an opportunity to speak yet.
Okay, and here's the thing, as a practical matter, the pandemic facing the nation doesn't make things easier overall for people. So here's the thing, if both parties are amenable or open to it, we can put you in a breakout room. And then if you both want an opportunity to have a discussion for however long you like, and then then you can give us an update. Mr. Shaughnessy and Mr. Weisenberg, would you both be amenable to doing that? Would we create a breakout room for you?
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
Mr. Weisenberg? Okay, great. Stand by, gentlemen, because we're about to get right on the edge of this court's tech abilities. So if I lose you, feel free to dial back in. Okay, so stand by.
Sure, thanks.
Okay, it should be open for you to join. Okay. Okay, hi, Mr. Thornton. Can you hear us? Mr. Thornton, you need to unmute. Mr. Thornton? Okay, and I see Ms. Kimberly McKinley joining us in the room. So as soon as you have audio, stand by. Okay. Hi, Mr. Thornton.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you for joining us again. Just wanted to sort out which case you were checking in on. Looks like you're Joel Thornton versus Hosea Palmore. Is that correct?
Excuse me?
You're on the case for Thornton versus Palmore. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Thornton, you're the plaintiff on this case, and the court went before you logged in with us. And one of our questions is, did you complete service on Mr. Palmore? Because I see that you submitted your evidence for the case, but you don't see a service. So did you complete service on Mr. Palmore?
Yeah, I actually did.
How did you accomplish service? Because we need to get proof of service. Stand by.
I knocked on the door. The son answered the door.
Okay, well, here's the thing, sir. In order to complete service, you cannot personally do it. There are certain criteria under the Michigan court rule that you have to fulfill in order to complete service. So hand delivering it like that is not sufficient. The
Oh,
court
okay.
needs service. So what we're going to have to do is adjourn this case, and you have some options on how to complete service. You can either contact the civil division of our court and make arrangements for a bailiff to complete service, and then that bailiff will file the proof of service with our court.
Okay.
You could also use certified mail. However, one thing that we want to give you a caution about, that is an ongoing concern because of COVID, is that if you use that little green certified card where the person has to sign for the card to receive it, the U.S. Postal Service has implemented a COVID protocol for their postal carriers. So, for example, they can deliver it, but the Postal Service is not requiring the postal workers to get a signature from the recipient. So if we get a card back that has no signature on it, that is not sufficient service, okay? So you can use it, it is available to you, but just be advised that for the court's purposes to satisfy service, if you don't get a signature from Mr. Palmore, if you use certified mail, that is not going to be sufficient. So the court cannot tell you what to do, the court cannot advise you on what to do, but we're just going to give that to you as a heads up to think about your options when
Okay,
you need to use service.
Are you gonna how do I get the information to letting the court handle it?
Okay, stand by. Let's get you a telephone number.
Okay.
Stand by.
Contact Mr. Humphreys, Diallo Humphreys.
You're gonna contact Diallo Humphreys,
Oh, go ahead.
hang on one second.
You want me to write it down?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the spelling of his name. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
First name is Diallo, D like David, I-A-L-L-O. Last name Humphreys, Humphrys.
Okay.
His number is 313-965-6094.
Okay.
Also, let's take a look, and because we are going to adjourn this and allow you time to get that completed, whether you decide to use a bailiff and have the court handle it. Again, it is recommended because the green cards are turning into an issue for us because the U.S. Postal Service has implemented a protocol that makes it very challenging for the court, but we're bound by the court rules to satisfy service. So you have until, let's see. Okay, you have until May 14th to get this done, so you have time. So this is pretty early on. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this out until, let's take a look at a calendar here to give you some time to complete service. Because we also need the proof of service back before the expiration date, so it's not until May. So you still have time. You have until May 14th to get it done. It has to be done before May 14th, okay? So don't wait until May and go, oh no, I need to get it done. So just, it's a good idea to hit the ground running with this. Let's give it to, how about April 23? Same time, 9:30 a.m.
So you said this will be at the next court date will be at April 23rd?
It'll be April 23rd. However, you want to serve him and get the proof of service back to our court before April 23.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the court date will be on May 14th.
No. April 23 is our next court date.
Okay.
Okay? You want to get service done before April 23. Okay? The May
Okay.
date is the expiration date in which to get it done. So we want to get this done well before May 14. So you're
Okay.
getting almost a month. You're getting about a month to get service done. Okay, and as a matter of housekeeping, in just a moment, we're going to ask you a question about, stand by. Okay, we have someone joining us in the room. Is there someone with a telephone number 999-2261? If you can identify yourself when you can, please.
Yes, Greg Hayes.
Okay, stand by, Mr. Hayes.
Am I free to go?
Yes, stand by. However, wait, before you go, we need to make sure that we have a good mailing address for you. Stand by, please.
Okay.
Okay, so, Mr. Thornton, just be aware that we are streaming live on YouTube, so we're not gonna publish, your personal information online, but I do just wanna confirm that this 3413 address is a good address for you. Is that correct?
Yes. Zip code 43609.
Yes, we have that. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now we're all set. I just wanted to make sure we had a good mailing address for you. We have your evidence packet, so we have the information that you submitted to the court, so thank you for doing that ahead of time. So, we'll see you back on April 23, and just make sure, contact the civil division, when we're done, and they can start walking you through your options with regard to completing service, okay?
Okay. And what time on April 23rd?
9:13. And you're gonna receive a notice for that. So everything we just discussed is what you're gonna receive in the mail, but it's good that we are talking, because unfortunately, the one factor that nobody has any control over is, many of us have experienced a slowdown with regard to the reliability of the mail. So the good thing is that we're having this discussion. So again, all the more reason why it's good to get it soon, to address these things sooner rather than later, okay?
Yes, I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Sir. Okay, thank you, everyone, for your patience. I see we have the McKinleys, both of the McKinley parties in the room. And if you could please unmute yourselves, Ms. Pamela McKinley, thank you, and Ms. Kimberly McKinley. Okay, Ms. Pamela McKinley, if you could unmute, please.
Yes.
Okay. Stand by. Okay. Okay, stand by on the McKinley party. Let's just make sure we have Mr. Greg Hayes checked in. Okay, Mr. Hayes, we've got you checked in and service is good. We're just waiting for the other party to join us. Do we happen to have Alma Brown in the room? Alma Brown?
Yes.
No, Alma Brown?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. I'm sorry. Ma'am, I mistakenly labeled you Pamela McKinley. You're not McKinley, is that correct?
No.
Okay, my apologies, ma'am. I'm sorry, stand by. Let me remedy that. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. My apologies. Okay, we do have the Brown and Hayes party in the room, and everyone is present. Okay, stand by. Ms. Kimberly McKinley, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. The court mistakenly labeled one of the parties, believing that your other party was checked in. That is not the case. So we have you checked in.
Okay.
And let's see what we have with our other party. Okay. So for the Brown and Hayes case, Brown and Hayes case, we'll take a look at this. We do have service. And Ms. Alma Brown, you are suing Mr. Hayes for $1,280, indicating that the cause of action was between October 5 and October 28 of 2020. Looks like some home improvement work at a property. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
And you're suing for a total of $1,280, indicating that there was a contract for services for home improvements, and it appears, including plumbing, work on a garage, looks like work on a gate or fence.
yes,
Okay. And it looks like some work, your position is that some of the work was not completed and you had to pay someone else to complete the work. Is that correct?
that's correct.
Okay. Let me ask you this. If the parties are open to it, would either of you, or would both of you be open to having a discussion in a breakout room about the case? Otherwise, we can proceed to hearing.
A discussion, you say having a discussion about the case?
Now, if for you and Mr. Hayes to have an opportunity to try to work it out between the two of you, or we can simply have a hearing. This is your case, so it's entirely your decision.
Well, if it's not gonna be based on getting my money that I'm filing for, I don't think that would be a good idea. Because at this point, I just need my money back.
That's fine, then that is fine. And the only reason why the court wanted to offer that is because of COVID and the added layers of difficulty it can be for people to get in touch with one another these days. The court simply wanted to make that available as an option. But if that is something that you're not interested in doing, that is fine. We can proceed to the hearing, okay? So if both of you can hear the court, here's what we're going to do. Very shortly, we're just going to walk you through procedurally what you can expect at this time. Procedurally, the court is going to swear in both of the parties. And with small claims cases, Ms. Brown, you will have the burden of proof. So you will present testimony first, and then Mr. Hayes will have an opportunity to respond. For the sake of Zoom room etiquette, please allow each side to present testimony uninterrupted, and then the other side will have an opportunity to respond. Ms. Brown has the burden of proof, so she will present testimony first. If anything comes up during the course of testimony on either side, and either side has a question or a comment that they wish to make, please hang on to that thought until it's your opportunity to be heard, and we promise everyone gets an opportunity to be heard. Also, once the hearing is concluded, if either party is dissatisfied with today's result, they have 7 days from today's date to make their appeal. And the folks in our civil division for small claims can walk you through the process of how to do the appeal, if that is something that you wish to do. Also, normally with small claims cases, but also because of COVID and we're doing this by Zoom, if there's any documentation or paperwork, Ms. Brown or Mr. Hayes, that you would wish to present. Ms. Brown, let me ask you this. I see a note to the file. Did you send evidence or any information to include with your case?
Yes, I did. I submitted information.
Okay, let me ask you, how did you deliver it? Did you send it by mail or did you send it like an email attachment?
No, I put it with my original submission.
Okay, stand by, Ms. Brown, because just be aware on both sides, Ms. Brown, with whatever it is that you submitted, for whatever reason, it did not get into the file along with your original filing. So stand by 1 second. And let's take care of one other matter before we get started. Ms. Brown and parties on the Brown case, stand by. We're going to see if we can locate the actual paperwork that you submitted, ma'am. So stand by. Okay. Gentlemen, stand by on the Shaughnessy Weisenberg case. Ms. McKinley? Ms. Kimberly McKinley?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your patience.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Here's what we're going to do. The court is satisfied that you did get service completed. The court did see that you were able to submit the paperwork for that. So here's what we're going to do. Raise your right hand, Ms. McKinley. Do you swear or affirm?
Yes, Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. McKinley, what we're going to do is the court has reviewed your paperwork regarding the case, including, and you did follow through and submit to the court, the paperwork the court asked for. Specifically, the proof of service court is satisfied on that, and also additional proofs regarding the contract for the vehicle and information from the finance company regarding that it was repossessed. Is that correct?
Yes, I called them to request the information that you needed, and they're not giving me no information. They keep telling me that the lawyer has a lot of letters that's way before mine.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Well, I see that you do have information, looks like from a finance company, I'm sorry. An acceptance company
Yes,
with regard to the balance that was due,
yes,
that you had been making, or rather that one party had been making payments on it. I also see the title at the time of the purchase of the vehicle. And looks like some financing terms. So at this time, you are looking to recover $5,991.84 plus your court costs. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, stand by.
You want to ask her if she able to submit it through email to the photo dot. If she do that, whatever her name is. Yeah. If she can do it, then I can have this trip, it'll come in, and then I have this trip to fill it to. Because they not answering them, so.
Thank you.
And I'm quite sure it ain't here, they probably don't know it.
Okay, and also, Mr. McKinley, $12 like a towing expense. Does that sound correct?
Yes,
And what was that for?
that was for the engine had went out on the vehicle. I didn't drive the vehicle, but when I went to get the vehicle, I had to get it towed. And I had to pay $600 to put an engine in there.
Okay, so let me ask you this, is that included in the $5,991.84?
Yes.
That's fine, just wanted to make sure we're covering everything, thank you, ma'am. And also
Okay.
for the, was that $11 for the mail?
Okay, I want for sure to do it through the mail, so I did it through the post office.
Okay, so how much did you pay for that, ma'am?
It was like, what, $1? Oh, I paid, it might have been just $5. It wasn't that much.
Okay. Okay, and ma'am, this is a matter of housekeeping. We just want to make sure that when we mail you your paperwork, your judgment is going to the correct address. Again, we're streaming live on YouTube, so we're not looking to publish your personal information. We just want to verify. Are you still at the 22490 address? Is that a good address for you?
Are you asking Kimberly or Pamela?
Is that still the 22490 address still good for you? Where you can receive mail? Ms. Kimberly McKinney, can you hear McKinley? Can you hear me?
Yes, that's a good address.
Okay, just wanted to confirm. Thank you. All right, we'll make sure that gets mailed to you. And that concludes everything for you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you're welcome.
Your Honor,
Yes.
this is Pamela McKinley.
Oh, hang on.
May
I'm sorry. We were under the belief that you had not appeared. I'm sorry. My apologies.
No, I'm here. No, I'm here.
Are you, which number are you, ma'am?
Pardon me?
Which telephone number are you? Because we don't have anything listed under a number. I mean, we have telephone numbers here. Which one is you? Are you the 221
1382. You asked me the last 4 digits. 1382.
Ah, okay. Stand by. My apologies. Stand by. Let's start over. Okay, stand by on McKinley case. Stand by.
Okay.
Stand by. Okay, briefly back to Ms. Brown and Mr. Hayes. That is for you, Ms. Brown. Be advised that at this time, we're unable to retrieve the paperwork that you submitted with your filing. So the next question is, are you able to send it by email? Because if you send it by email, you can have someone at our courthouse print it off and include it in the file. The alternative is we can adjourn this to allow you time to send it to us.
Wow. I could try sending it another way, other than through the mail.
Okay, let me ask you this, ma'am. I'm not by mail, I'm sorry, by email, meaning that you can scan it and send it to us as an email attachment?
No, well, I'm gonna have to have somebody to do it because I don't have the proper equipment here with me to do that.
Understood. Here's what we can do, ma'am. Let me ask you this. We can set a new date for you, and then you and Mr. Haynes can come back rather than have anybody wait for the rest of the day. We can just schedule it for a different day, and that will allow you time and opportunity to make arrangements to send it to us by email.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Since both of you are here and you both know about the next court date, do you believe you'd be able to get it done by April 16th?
April 16th?
Yes, ma'am. 16th. The alternative is we can move it closer to April 9th.
Okay.
Which date works better, ma'am?
April 16th.
Okay, April 16th. And Mr. Hayes, April 16th, yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you both. And then also be advised that this particular date and time and opportunity to submit paperwork, Mr. Hayes, same thing for you. This is an opportunity that if there's any documentation that you would wish to present, this is an opportunity for you to do the same. The court has on our website, we have a link specifically for submitting evidence. So what you would do is you would scan or upload your proof and use the email address for our court to send those documents or paperwork. And then and then we'll be able to include that in the file for the next court date. Okay, so that's on both ends. So both parties will be an opportunity for you to do that.
Okay.
Okay, and hang on 1 second. We're just going to write this up, and then we also just want to confirm that we have good mailing addresses for you. Stand by.
Okay.
This is Smart Choice. Protect yourself from
And Ms. Brown, again, we're streaming live to YouTube, so we're not going to publish, your mailing address, but we just want to confirm, is the 14592 address still a good address for you, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and Mr. Hayes, is the 12812 address still a good address for you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. We're gonna make sure that we get these to you, so we're gonna see everyone back here on April 16, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. So we're just telling you verbally as well as you're gonna receive these in the mail. The unfortunate thing is that the court understands and appreciates that sometimes there are delays with the U.S. Postal Service, so we're just going to also let you know verbally today, April 16 at 9:30, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you both for your time. Thank you, Ms. Brown.
Okay.
Okay. Back to, gentlemen, Mr. Weisenberg and Shaughnessy, you both were in a breakout room for a period of time. Thank you for your patience. Where do we stand, Mr. Weisenberg, on behalf of Sweet Properties?
Sure. So Adam and I talked, what we'd like to do is work out a payment plan, but we need a little bit of time for Adam to go through some of his software to let us know about things he thinks that we owe him. So that way we can be fair in what the payment arrangement's going to be.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Well, the short version is that the question would be, how long do both parties believe it would take to not necessarily work out all of the details, but to pretty much hammer out, to come to a consensus so that if anything, the court would keep the case afloat, we'll just adjourn it. And then that would give both parties time to, like you said, go through software and sort out, what's happening on each side of the balance equation.
Yep.
So like 1 week, 2 weeks, and then we can come back and then you all can articulate what you think the consent would be.
Yeah, I think 1 week. Adam, I'll let you also obviously.
Yeah.
1 week?
That would work.
Okay, stand by. Let's get a date. Okay, that puts us into Friday, April 2nd. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be Friday, April 2nd, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. And again, we're going to mail you copies of your adjournment paperwork. So on behalf of Sweet Properties, is the 3434 address a good address for your location?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and Shaughnessy, is the 4001 address a good address for you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. We just want to make sure we have that in place. So we will see the parties back here on Friday, April 2nd, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. Thank you both for your time. Appreciate your patience. I will get this into mail to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both.
Bye.
Okay, now Lisa McKinley, thank you both for your patience very much. Okay, here's what we're going to do. And thank you both for joining us.
You're welcome.
Ms. Kimberly McKinney and Ms. Pamela McKinney, thank you for being here today. And thank you for your patience. And now that we have both of you, Here's what we have. Ms. Kimberly McKinney filed suit against Pamela Lynn McKinley for a dollar amount of $5,991.84, indicating the cause of action was from May of 2020 to the present day, in which Ms. Kimberly McKinney indicates that she co-signed for Pamela McKinley for a 2012 Ford Focus as of May of 2020. Ultimately, Ms. Kimberly McKinney had to take over the payments because Ms. Pamela McKinley was behind, and the vehicle was in repossession, the account was in repossession status, and as a result, as a result of this contract between parties, it appears that the vehicle was subsequently repossessed, and Ms. Kimberly McKinney, as a co-signer, is suing basically for the dollar amount of the vehicle that was lost as a result of the repossession. Ms. Kimberly McKinney, is that a fair read on the basis of your claim?
Yes.
Okay, stand by. All right. Now, the court and if the court recalls, Ms. Kimberly McKinney, you indicated that both of you are family members to one another. So the court is not certain if either of you have had an opportunity to discuss anything about the case, or if you would like an opportunity to discuss it, because the court can put both of you in a breakout room, which is a quiet space. The court would not be hearing any discussions, and the two of you would have an opportunity to discuss the case and see if you can come to a resolution between the two of you. And the alternative, but it would be up to both parties to agree to do that if that's something that you would like to do. The alternative is we can proceed to hearing. So Ms. Kimberly McKinney, this is your case. How would you like to proceed?
I will proceed with just the court hearing for today.
So noted, ma'am. All right, here's what we're going to do. Procedurally, here's what's going to
Okay,
happen.
Your Honor,
Yes,
may
ma'am?
I speak? May I speak? This is Pamela McKinley.
Yeah, okay, well, yes, but just be advised that if both of the parties do not want to discuss one-on-one about the case, otherwise we'll proceed to the hearing. And basically anything that you would say about the case, the court would swear you in and we would simply have the hearing.
Oh, so, yeah, because the dollar figure is not right. I just want to speak upon.
Right, well, Ms. Kinley, that would be the reason, part of the reason why we would have the hearing. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So anything that you want to address about how much you believe is or is not owed, or if you contest that, that would be part of what would happen at the time of the hearing, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so that's part of why we would have a hearing. So Ms. Kimberly McKinney, because she is the plaintiff has the burden of proof. So Ms. Kimberly McKinney would give testimony first, and then Ms. Pamela McKinley, you would have an opportunity to respond after Ms. Kimberly McKinley has given her testimony. So procedurally, to make sure that everybody gets a chance to hear one another and everyone gets a chance to be heard on their part of the case, on their position on the case, we're going to ask that each side allow the other to present testimony uninterrupted. If anything comes up during the course of testimony that raises a question in your mind or something on which you would like to make a comment, hang on to that thought, take notes if you need to for yourself, hang on to that thought, and then when it's your opportunity to be heard, we promise everybody gets an opportunity to be heard. But in order for us to get through it efficiently, and because of the Zoom, this format, it can be kind of challenging if everybody's talking over one another. That's why the court is asking that everyone allow each side to present testimony uninterrupted and everybody gets a chance to hear one another. You understand, Ms. Pamela McKinley?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so, and the other thing is, be advised that both parties prior to today's date had an opportunity to submit paperwork or proof about the case to support their position on the case. The court does provide each side an opportunity to submit paperwork to support their position on the case, and Ms. Kimberly McKinney submitted what she was able to, which included the application for title and registration, which includes the dollar amount for the purchase of the vehicle, as well as information regarding the purchase or service from Legend Auto Center Incorporated for $600 for an engine for this vehicle, as well as some information about payments that were made toward the vehicle, as well as a towing expense to get the vehicle serviced for an engine. Okay, so Ms. Pamela McKinley, a couple of things. Ms. Kimberly McKinney has submitted this paperwork, and if you wish to review this paperwork, you are entitled to see that. But if you have not received it already, or if you do not have access to that information, we can adjourn this case and make arrangements to send it to you by email so that you can see it as well. And then when we come back for the next court date, it will be an opportunity for you to be able to speak on what has been submitted. Also, if you want to submit your own paperwork to support your position on the case, then that would also be an opportunity for you to submit it to the court, and then we can give Ms. Kimberly McKinney an opportunity to review that as well. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, I understand.
Okay, so the question is, because Ms. Kimberly McKinney has submitted paperwork, you are entitled to review that. Well, the first question is, have you received any paperwork? Are you familiar with the documents that the court has described?
No, I haven't received any of that paperwork.
Okay, are you familiar with any of that paperwork? Because it would suggest that you would have, in order for her to co-sign, both of you would have had to have been present, or you basically would have filled out a contract for that vehicle. Do you understand?
Oh, yes, I do have that. From the day that I purchased the vehicle, yes, I do have that paperwork.
Okay, so the next question is, do you want to submit your own paperwork for the court to review and also for Ms. Kimberly McKinney to review before we go any further?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna need you to take down an email address, and also we're gonna direct you to the court's website, and then you can upload or scan those documents and send them to the email address at our court, so that when we come back and we all meet together, there'll be an opportunity for us to all go over it together. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so the next question is for both of the McKinleys. Ms. Kimberly McKinney, again, this is your case. Approximately, if you're going to resubmit anything else, we can give it approximately 2 weeks, which would put us into April 9, and then we also have April 16, April 23. So Ms. Kimberly McKinney, let's start with you to make sure that everybody has enough time to submit paperwork. Ms. Kimberly McKinney, would April 9 work for you?
Yes, it will.
Okay, and Ms. Pamela McKinley, same question. Would that be time for you to be able to submit your paperwork electronically so that it gets in the file so we can all talk about it together on the 9th?
Yes. Do I have to just submit only that paperwork, or can I submit an additional paperwork on the information that I want?
Oh no, that's exactly doing those. That's exactly what we're doing this for. So it's an opportunity for you to submit the paperwork that you want to submit about the case, so that it's available for everyone to discuss.
Okay.
Okay. So April 9th,
yes.
Vote, is that correct?
Okay.
It's going to be at 9:30 a.m. And stand by. We're going to get you that email address.
Photo of that.
Okay, it's going to stand by.
Can you see it on you right here?
Yep. Okay. And if anybody wants to take down this email address, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, Ms. Pamela McKinley, the email address is photo, P-H-O-T-O.
P-H?
P like Paul, H-O-T-O, like photo, photograph.
Okay,
photo,
okay, go back. P is in Paul.
H like Henry.
H is in Henry.
O.
O.
T like Tom.
T is in Tom.
O.
You saying O?
O. That is
okay,
correct.
Photo. Okay, photo.
Dot. So you put a dot,
Photo dot. Yes.
evidence, EDI,
Let's keep breaking up.
E like
Photo
Edward,
dot.
E like Edward,
Oh, is it Edward?
V like Victor,
Is the
I like ice cream,
okay?
D like David,
Okay.
E like Edward,
Okay.
N like Nancy,
Okay.
C like cat,
Mhm.
E like Edward,
Okay.
@
The X sign.
at
Oh, at. Okay. At.
3, 6, T like Tom, H like Henry, district court, so D like David, I, ice cream, S like Sam, T like Tom, R like Roger, I like ice cream, C like cat, T like Tom, so district, C like cat, O like ice cream, U like umbrella, R like Roger, T like Tom,
Okay.
dot, O like Otto, R like Roger,
Dot as in you said dot and O as in
O,
okay. O.
letter R, Roger,
Okay.
G like gum.
Okay.
So it should be
That'll work.
photo. Yep, so photo dot evidence at 36 district court .org. Did you get all that, Ms. Pamela McKinley?
Yes, I did. Photos.
Okay.
Mhm.
Photo dot evidence at 36
Photo
district court.
dot evidence. Okay. At 36
Okay.
district court. Mhm.
.org.
ORG. I got it.
Okay, so again, the paperwork, you can go to the court's website, you can load your documents there and send them to our court. And you want to do that before April 9, and then that paperwork, and then Ms. Kimberly McKinney, same thing for you. If there's any additional information that you want to submit, there's an opportunity for you to do that as well. We'll see everybody back here on April 9 at 9:30, 2021. And we'll pick up from there, and with the expectation that we're going to go to hearing. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ladies, we appreciate your time. Oh, I'm sorry, before anybody hangs up, stand by. We're just gonna make sure that everybody, we have a good mailing address for everyone. Again, we're streaming live to YouTube, we're not going to publish your full address. We just wanna make sure we have a good address for each party. Ms. Kimberly McKinney, we have a 22490 address, is that a good address for you?
Yes.
Okay, and Ms. Pamela McKinley, we have a 9240 address for you, is that a good address for you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, very good. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you both back in the Zoom room on April 9 at 9:30. And again, please submit any additional proofs or any paperwork that you wish to submit for the court to review, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you both for your time.